have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Fresno State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Now on first down from the 28. The give on the inside. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him in that last play.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Fresno State will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the... So Miami's offense will get the ball for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. To throw, it's Burden. Gets it out fast. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now on first down from the 43. Leaves it with the running back. On the move at the 30. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Canes. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Fresno State, 0.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Fresno State.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll run play action. He's got it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And the big fella showing off the hands a little bit. He's a guy that you use him for blocking a lot, but showing the versatility there with the catch and the first down.
He's got it down the middle. Bulls his way forward. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Fresno State will have to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To the air, it's Burden. Pocket starts to collapse. Firing to the right, complete. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Fires tears into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
RD, what a play by the safety, and the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover 2 and you're sitting back at half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him. He takes him right.
And it's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Hurricanes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slipped in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Fresno State right back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind. If I were them, I wouldn't let that play stop them from trying to run it later in this game.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Back open in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds a tight end. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Hayden. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Fresno State will have to punt. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield. The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
On target. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He makes the connection. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Makes the grab down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He wants to throw it again. Working the middle, it's complete. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route.
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. Here comes the offense on 1st down.
Timeout, Miami.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a man on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
He's going to pass. Snags it over the middle. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some missed.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Fresno State right back to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
With jet sweep pass. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the left side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the route is on.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He leaves it with his back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Going with the ground game left.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Miami! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll leave it with him. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot. So
the quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. On second down, he'll fire. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting in his position.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Fires to the big fella. Makes the catch and knocked down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Freeman. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the handoff. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. Going over the top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell.
Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Feeling some heat. He's got an open man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Connection to the right. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that incompletion really tells the story of this football game. If you don't score touchdowns, it's really hard to win games. They haven't found themselves in the end zone at all in this game. Throwing it, running it, they have been completely dominated.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and
can anyone catch him? He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Syracuse. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game.
He's off to the races. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Coming out, and here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes his connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. Ball is loose. And the defense got it.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Fires to the wideout. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Gets it out quickly.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but It really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Going up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team.